What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It has been quite some time since we made a Civic video, so a lot has changed since the last video. In the last video you saw us paint the engine bay on this thing. In this video I want to bring you up to date and tell you where we are going from here. So since the last video we've got the entire drivetrain in the car. This thing is fully wired up. This thing is basically fully back together and ready to start as far as the drivetrain goes. I think we may even try and do the first start on this thing tonight. Eric's dropping spark plugs in this thing right now.
Keys go. All right.
You ready?
I think it's electricity though. Okay. Check engine light came on. That's good. Distributor's unplugged.
Yeah, just did a little dry run with the distributor unplugged just to try and cycle some oil since this engine has been apart for so long. Try and get everything nice and lubricated before we actually start it for the first time.
Let the fuel pump prime a little bit.
Yeah.
Alright. Almost did. It's your brake booster. This is probably why it was idling at 3,000 RPMs.
It did start though.
It did start.
Good sign.
Very good sign. It didn't sound like it was going to blow up. It ran pretty well without any vacuum for like...
Yeah, honestly, it was just really high.
It was really high. Alright, boys and girls.
Alright, take two.
Eric's got to find his keys for the 5th time.
That's way better.
That's beautiful. That is awesome. Alright, so we had the code come up for the crankshaft position sensor, which is kind of a pain in the ass in these cars because they're kind of buried underneath the all the crank pulley and all that stuff. But luckily the sensor was just unplugged, so hopefully we should be good. Alright, so we cleared the code, and it hasn't immediately came back on, so that means it's detecting the sensors there, I'm assuming. Yeah?
So you fixed it?
Yeah.
So the plan for emissions, correct me if I'm wrong. All stock, this thing only needs emissions this year, and then after this year, it's old enough, doesn't need emissions anymore.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do it completely stock. Stock exhaust manifold, turbo's not on right now. Like the oil feed line and coolant line, all that stuff is capped. Run it stock ECU, stock tune, all that stock. Go to emissions, get emissions done, and then once that's done, hook the turbo up, get it tuned, all that good stuff.
Yeah, a lot more work once it's actually passing emissions, but at least it runs.
Yeah, hell yeah. Successful first start, running good, still some stuff to do, little things to work out, a couple little oil leaks as expected from like the lines for the turbo on the back of the motor, but we'll get all that ironed out and should be good to go. Alright, I think that's gonna just about do it for this video. So glad you could come along with us on this first startup. And guys, 2020 is right around the corner. Super excited for next year. We got a lot of cool things that I want to do. Might have a couple new cars showing up in this garage, I don't know. Stay tuned for that. But other than that, guys, I want to say thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and hit the bell if you'd like to be notified whenever I post a new video, and we will see you in the next one.
Victorious. In this day and age, I got time for innovation, time to be creative, time too big to waste on my time on critics hating, flattered by your opinions to show you I'll just embrace it. Now watch, I really